Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Top Gun podcast. We're glad you joined us here for this May 10th episode. We're glad you're here. We've got the NBA playoffs, we've got some Guardians talk, we've got the big three of NFL head coaches, and just around sports and just things in general. And so we're glad you joined us. And I'm happy to introduce myself. My name is Nate, and with me is my good buddy Giovanni,
What's
Giovanni
going on?
Ranieri, or as we call him, Giovanni Schefter, breaking all the news and updates.
Cooper
Um,
will be on soon.
I'm sure Cooper will be on soon. We're not worried about Cooper. Um, we'll just catch up with him when he shows up. But Giovanni,
Uh,
Cavs are
we
down
lost
1-2 in the playoffs, but with life.
much needed win last night.
With much needed win. It's not. They say it isn't a series until a home team loses, and that's where we're at right now. Is neither home team is lost. Last
Yeah.
series against the Raptors.
hmm
Um,
And I saw this weird stat too that we won 5 games at home, but we lost 4 on the road. That's not great.
Welcome, Coop. We're just getting caught up on
Welcome.
the
Howdy,
Cavs a little
fellas.
bit.
Oh, yeah, that last game was very exciting. I was
Yep.
watching it in Texas Roadhouse yesterday.
Ah,
Yeah.
the old Roadhouse.
Yeah.
James Harden, man, he was getting back into his Thunder Prime.
Oh, I
No,
can't
no,
wait to
even
talk about
no,
that.
not even his Thunder Prime, his Rockets
Yeah.
Prime. He was looking so good, but
A little more Rocket
the
Prime.
Yeah.
NBA is just
Yeah.
really heating up right now.
So I was
Uh,
talking with Giovanni. It isn't a series until a home team loses, and so
Yeah.
far the Cavs have yet to lose a home game in the playoffs.
yeah.
But
But
the
when I
problem,
said this again, that we are now 5-0 on the 5-0 at home in the playoffs, but we have lost 5 straight on the road. Like, that is not great.
yeah, and the other thing is too, this is a 7-game series, and so
Right.
that's a problem when you can't win road games.
Yeah, it's a
So
problem.
at some point they're going to have to steal one from Detroit.
Yeah.
But they've got bigger fish to fry. Down 1-2 in the series right now. Let's just dive headfirst into the Cavs and let's have a little Cav conversation.
All right.
What do you like? Let's start with that because there's obviously us as sports fans as armchair quarterbacks, or in this case, armchair point guards. There's a lot that we can criticize, but what have you seen, both of you? We'll start with Giovanni. What have you seen that you like about the Cavs?
Well, the only thing that I liked about the Cavs is about Donovan Mitchell. He brings a lot to the team. The one I don't like is the James Harden turnovers, and that is killing us and the bench too.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to the. Well, I'm gonna get to the what you don't like and what you think, but
Okay.
all right, Cooper, what are you liking? What are you seeing that you're liking?
Well, I have to second what Giovanni said there. Donovan Mitchell in that most recent game, 35 points is just out of this world. I mean,
Right.
he's lighting it up all the time. And when you look again at those turnovers, James Harden has 3. Donovan Mitchell also has 3, but when you look at his offensive output, it's more acceptable. I
Okay.
think there's a lot of good things coming from. I mean, and again, it's a problem because they're really hit or miss. But you look at that game against the Pistons, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley were attacking the basket so well. I mean, they
Sure.
both had like 2 or 3 big monster dunks, and I think that's what you have to do when you have 2 strong guys like that. Is they have to be more active, and they also limited the turnovers. They each had 1, which I thought was good as well.
Right. No,
And of
I
course, going back to that statistic that Giovanni had, I think that is just a testament to the Cavs, the environment that is in Rocket Arena, because Cleveland basketball is it's an experience like no other. Like the crowd was actually insane at that in that game 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't start out that way. I know that it was kind of a slow start for the
Yeah.
Cavs. First quarter kind
Yeah.
of feeds into where I'm going, but um, Yeah, I would say if I could say anything that I like from the series, and that's been or the playoffs in general, it's kind of been the play of Jared Allen. I think that he's kind of rose to the occasion on everything, and then the
Yeah.
scoring from Donovan Mitchell would also be up there.
Right.
As far as everything else goes, I can't, and this has been kind of my dilemma all along with the NBA is the lack of defense. And on top of that, lack of offense. I think that the Cavs strategy right now, and you guys could tell me if I'm wrong. So we're gonna pivot. We're gonna go to what we don't like. Um, what do you guys, I think that their offensive strategy is literally just high pick and rolls the entire time. And Kenny Atkinson being an offensive minded coach, I don't see a lot of strategy here. I think that as far as matchups go, I think your best matchup is going to be Evan Mobley in the post because where the Pistons have good big men, they're not skilled big men
Right.
like Evan Mobley. I think that Evan Mobley brings a different wrinkle to the table and he can score some. And I think that Evan Mobley has kind of shied away from a lot of stuff. Um, well, throughout both series, to be honest with you, I remember there were a couple games against the Raptors where I was like, "Where is Evan Mobley in all of this?" What are your thoughts on Mobley?
Well, we were talking about the Mobley for Giannis talks at the beginning of the playoffs and everything, but I think that if Evan Mobley cannot figure it out in these next couple games, and if we get eliminated, which I hope we don't, we're gonna have to trade him. I mean, he's good in the regular season, but he sucks in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far right now. I think that he is all in. I think that he is ready for what is in front of him, and I think he's good enough. And at times he stands out. Where do you think he fits into Cooper? Cooper, I'll ask you this one. Do you think that he fits into the Cavs offense?
I think it's difficult because, like you said, he's a skilled big man. He's really fast. He's very athletic. When you look at someone like as tall as him, they're not like there's only a few other guys that kind of have that freakish athleticism and size. Like, and again, that's where you go to the fact that he would be a good matchup in the post against Jalen Duren, who, don't get me wrong, is a good defender. He
Right.
can block a lot of shots, but when he's going up against a guy like Evan Mobley, he's going to struggle.
Reminds me
And
a lot
so,
of Ben Wallace from when I
yeah.
was watching him.
Like Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren has a bit more size than Ben Wallace, but yeah, again, and I think all the defenders on Detroit they don't have they're not like traditional defenders. They're just super super goody. But in terms of Evan Mobley, I don't think he he's a player that would like work on any team, but I just don't think that he's like the right piece for the Cavs. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he's on the team. He still can play well. He does play well, but that's just because he's a good player, not
I
necessarily because um, he actually. And again, I don't want to take away from anything that he does with Jared Allen. I mean, they're an absolute like monstrous duo when
right.
they're both clicking.
Mhm.
But I think that Evan Mobley, he's good on the Cavs, but he may be better suited on another team.
So, and I was thinking this too. The type of offense that they're trying to roll is either ISO up top or pick and roll. And Mobley just does not seem like this hard nosed slashing kind of guy. I feel like Mobley's more of the ISO. Let me get a mismatch with a big man on the wing and, take him 1-2 dribbles and hit him with a fadeaway. Almost kind of like I don't want to compare him to Dirk Nowitzki. I don't think he is Dirk Nowitzki, but
I don't think he has quite the same
no,
mid-range game, but
but he can. He can
right,
shoot the ball and he can put it on the ground and he can move and I think that's where a lot of big men, you look at Jared Allen, that is not his skill set. His skill set is let me pick and roll, let me get in the post, let me bang for rebounds and get putbacks.
right,
Um, whereas Evan Mobley is more of a finesse player. Let me dribble a little bit. Let me, set up in the corner, or let me work off the dribble and get a shot, um, or a step through, or some sort of
Well, yeah, it's
post move. And I don't think that he's not a physical type of offensive player, and I think that's kind of how they've been using him with that high
right.
pick and
And
roll, set a screen, roll to the hoop, expect you know uh, you know Donovan Mitchell to slash and throw up something or dump it to him, and then now that he's 5 feet away from the hoop with the ball, that is when Jalen Duren kind of takes over and he becomes more afford. I like Evan Mobley catching it 10 feet away from the hoop and kind of clear it out, let him put somebody in the spin cycle, do an up and under, and get a bucket there. But I mean, I just haven't seen that as much. That's not how they're running their offense.
yeah, and well, that's what I was trying to say. With he's just he's very fast. He's very skilled. He has really good footwork, and that's just really not how he's being utilized, which
Right.
stinks because it's really fun to see. And while I agree that what was I gonna say? Oh, he could be a lob threat. Like he's athletic, but I just don't know if he's more. I don't think he's suited to that lob off the pick and
Yeah.
roll. Like that's more of a Jared Allen thing.
Right. Well, yeah, and so that brings me to the other side of the ball with Evan Mobley being a former defensive player of the year, and uh, the Cavs defense. What's going on here? What is it, because the Pistons are so much younger and they're running a lot of transition stuff, and the Cavs don't have a chance to set up in their half court defense? Yeah, I just feel like there's so many rebounds, and there's so many, if the Pistons are getting a shot up early, and guys aren't having a chance to get set and get rebounds. There's been so many offensive rebounds for the Pistons, and that's been one of the strengths for the Cavs. Is you have the two towers down low, and they're just not being effective right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's I don't want to say they're trying to be one dimensional. I mean, in terms of how they're trying to play defense, because the Pistons, like you said, they're young and they do a lot of like transition stuff, but I think they're just super versatile. Like obviously, I mean, in this game 3, Duncan Robinson had freaking 15 points and he was banging out everything.
Yeah,
Like he was
threes. I mean,
threes like
he's
crazy.
so
But
lethal.
but then you also bring someone to the table like Jalen Duren, or kind of one of the like a really just freak athletic player like Asar Thompson, where like
Yeah,
he's just attacking the basket, getting rebounds. Where I just think that the Pistons are like there's a lot more dimensions to them. Whereas you have other teams who really just play through one or two players of a similar style,
yeah,
and yeah, I think the Cavs they just need to figure like it's not as simple as saying just figure it out, but like they
right.
have a
They
lot of
gotta
really
figure
good
out
defenders.
fast.
Yeah,
Here's what I will say. I'm hovering over panic button. They come up on another must win game here.
right.
Um,
Tomorrow night.
but they've been in every game, and it's been
Yeah,
close,
that is true.
right down to the wire every game. There's been, I think, game 2 there was some foul trouble at the end that ended up spreading the game out a little bit more. But for the most part, every game has been back and forth throughout the whole game, lead
Yeah,
changes and everything. And Detroit, let's, tip your hat. Detroit's a good team. I mean,
absolutely.
based
Tip
on the
your hats
season.
off to Cade.
So yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's true.
they have the better record on the season. They won games. Cade Cunningham is a all-star. I mean, he's a great player. He's great young talent in the league, and I mean, he's strong. And I think that's where it's killing us right now, is we don't really have a great second or transitioning package on Cade Cunningham. There's a high pick and roll set for Cade Cunningham, and now you got to switch off Dean Wade, who was guarding him, and now it's switched to Dennis Schroeder. And it's just, we put ourselves in situations where making it easy for him to score or to facilitate. So
Yeah, I mean he had the triple double because the crazy thing about Cade is he's also people forget he's like 6'8" and he's buff, so he's also a
right.
really good rebounder. But going back to what you said, the other two games have been within 10 points. This one was within 7. So
And
all the
we've blown
games,
the leads.
right? And it's like
Right.
we said, it's been back and forth, and so they've been really competitive. And I think when we had our predictions where we had it going to game 6 or potentially a game 7, I think they were pretty accurate. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
just granted one or two games going another way, but still, I mean,
Yeah.
it has
Yeah.
really been exciting to watch
Yeah.
these games.
Well,
Yeah.
this series has actually been pretty predictable in a sense of if you said, okay, Detroit's going to win their games,
Right.
Cavs have a good chance of winning the games they should win. Like I
Yeah.
said to start this podcast, was that the problem is it's a 7-game series, and you're
Yeah.
going to have to
Yeah.
win. Someone is going to have to win one on the road.
Yeah,
Um,
we have to.
the
There's
Cavs
no
will
ifs
have
or
to.
buts.
Yeah. So I think that the biggest thing, however, for me isn't Evan Mobley. My biggest problem right now
Harden.
with the Cavs is James Harden, and I mean
With those turnovers,
he had a little redemption there at the end of Game 3, but
that
you know
doesn't
that
matter.
first quarter, I mean, it was like watching Groundhog's Day. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, well, and it makes you think. You go into the beginning of this year and you hear all
Yeah,
this talk.
Darius Garland.
You hear all this talk about throwing basketball games for money, and I'm just like, this is not the James Harden that I remember watching. Like there is just turnovers everywhere, and just like silly turnovers. Like there wasn't even a guy in that spot, and you're throwing the ball to it, and dribbling the ball off the defender's knee when the defender isn't even moving. It's just, I don't think he's trying to throw games, especially if he's dropping, 9 points in the last 2 minutes.
I mean,
Um,
did you want Darius Garland instead of James Harden?
no, I think that Darius Garland served his time well in Cleveland, and I think we got the most out of Darius Garland. And I think that, James Harden brings another look. It's somebody who's strong up top, who can get to the middle of the floor. Whereas Darius Garland is going to be more of your quick get a lob to the big guys. Um, but I'm okay with getting a different look. We've seen now that the last 3 years that Darius Garland, we saw what we could do with Darius Garland, and it is great things, but at the same time, it just wasn't enough. So I'm okay with the James Harden move. I'm not too upset. My problem is he's not playing typical James Harden basketball, and he has got to get the turnovers figured out if we want to even be in the conversation here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think the difficulty comes with when James Harden, he does bring a lot to the table. He played 40 minutes in yesterday's game. He had the second most points on the team, and he had the second highest plus minus. But those turnovers, he was tied for first on the team with Donovan Mitchell, but Donovan Mitchell is scoring 35 points. And
Yeah.
you also have to think those turnovers come in a much, like, they come in a time where you can't be turning the ball over. Yes, you have those clutch buckets, that mid range, the three that probably should have been a 4-point play, but like you're not gonna get away with that forever.
Yeah.
So I think he
Yeah.
brings a lot to the table, but just if he can, even just the timeliness on the turnovers. If he has 3 turnovers in a game and they're just not super costly, obviously you don't want to brush it off to the side, but it's more acceptable than 3 turnovers when you cannot turn the ball over. Granted, the
Yeah.
Cavs
Yeah.
still won the game, but it's not something that's not going to be effective in this series. I think that's
It's just, I think in the first 2 games, it was when the turnovers were happening,
right.
and that was fourth quarter. It was meltdown scenario. In
Yeah.
Game 3, it was more in the first quarter, and then the second quarter they looked great. They had it
Yeah.
clicking. They took the lead into halftime. Everything looked great, and then third quarter they kind of started to melt down again, and then figured it out there at the end of the fourth quarter. But yeah,
We we
as I
we
as I
cannot do this again next game. Like back and
it's
forth, back and forth. But
Detroit's too good of a team. And I mean, we're playing
Yeah.
playoff
I know,
basketball. Like
I
turnovers are
know.
what's going to dictate the game.
But I'm
And
just saying for our defense, though, in those turnovers that you just mentioned.
yeah. Well, okay. So I'm looking at the plus minus in the box score here. And really, this was the first game where everybody's in the positive except for Dean Wade. And I can't hold too much against Dean Wade. He has to chase Cade Cunningham around the floor the
Yeah.
entire game. So when
That's
you're
what you
talking,
don't. That's what you don't see on the stat sheet.
when you're talking plus minus, you're talking, that's defensive. Yeah, if you are guarding Cade Cunningham and he puts up 27 points, you're gonna be in the minus, but he kept him from getting 35 points. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he's playing lockdown defense, and you could tell in game two there was some frustrating moments where there was some miscommunication. I don't know if you guys saw those clips where they didn't switch on a pick and roll
Right.
that left.
Yeah.
I think it was Thompson wide open for a three, or maybe it was Duncan Robinson. But that's regardless. Um, eh, Dean Wade is working his butt off right now, and he's earning that starting spot in this rotation against
Yeah,
this team. And his size and his strength definitely helps. The other big thing that helps is Jalen Tyson coming off the bench and being able to just say, "Okay, Dean Wade, high five, let me check in. I've got him," and doing the same exact thing. Um, and you can tell those two guys, their focus is not offense. I mean, the two of them combined put up 6 points, but um, it's the lockdown defense. Those two have just had to, don that robe and say, Cade Cunningham, um, and you know, uh, Thompson, Tobias Harris, you're not scoring as much as you have been, and that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take defense, especially if we're turning
yeah,
the ball over like we are. It's just too much, too many turnovers, too many
yeah,
turnovers.
yeah. All right.
Um, let's see. The last talking point that I had for the Cavs was the coaching chess match, and we also have to give it up to JD Bickerstaff only because he coached all these guys, and when we talk about not being able to utilize Evan Mobley to the best of his ability, a lot of that comes from the opposing coach, right?
Yeah,
Being able to put them in situations where they can't do their best. And I think that because JB had those guys, um, Evan Mobley can't do what he usually wants to do. Or same with Donovan Mitchell. He can't put the ball on the floor and get to the hoop and get a foul call as much as he would like. Um, on the other hand, Kenny Atkinson is still trying to figure out how to rotate to guard Cade Cunningham. Um, or to space everything out so that Mitchell gets good buckets. I, I'm kind of frustrated with Kenny Atkinson. What about you guys?
this is kind of tough here just because we already had JB in the last years, and the last year when JB was our coach and his last year with the Cavs, we didn't win the series versus Boston because um we had those injuries and Jared Allen was out, and
Yeah,
I don't think
Donovan wasn't
this is
100%.
yeah, and I think JB did not play the wrong playbook here, so I don't know if I would agree, but I don't know. I would give my frustration to Kenny, I guess.
Okay, Cooper, you watch a lot of basketball and you watch a lot of college basketball, and we've been kind of saturated with the NBA as of late. Um, how, how do you feel about the Kenny Atkinson's offense?
I think it's difficult because you have a player like Evan Mobley who's super talented, but we kind of talked about maybe he's not the right piece. I think there's a lot of things that Kenny Atkinson does well with the Cavs. Obviously, they're a successful team. They're able to keep a lot of close games with one of, if not like arguably one of the best teams in the NBA in the Detroit Pistons. But it's just there's just little things that like, here and there. Obviously, James Harden. I understand a coach cannot tell a player like he can't make the player stop turning the ball over, but
I'm pretty
there's
sure
things
that's what yeah. He's
there
not telling
like
him to
there
turn over. Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
things where it's like I'm not super upset as a Cavs fan. I mean, kind of a Cavs fan, kind of just as a basketball fan. I think obviously the Cavs have come a really far way. That this is one of always my favorite teams in basketball to watch. Just
Yeah.
I think just the
They're hard no
branding,
same as
yeah,
same
hard
as
nosed,
the same as the
same as the
Guardians,
Pistons
same
and
as the
all the
Browns.
Detroit teams as well.
That's yeah,
Cleveland,
right.
Detroit, teams
It's
like that.
it's
Right.
that rust belt mentality. A lot of hard nose, just you got to grind for everything you got, and yeah, you love to see
Uh,
those teams
Yeah.
win, but at the
right.
same time, like
There's I think it's difficult because obviously the Cavs are playing a super good team, but
What's
I
up,
think
Josh?
there are just a few small things that I would be a little bit upset about if I were like truly a Cavs fan. But I think Kenny Atkinson also does a lot of things well, so it's a tough call for me. But when
wow,
you talk about being frustrated, I don't think I would be like angry because this is a
Yeah.
team that's come a long way, but
Yeah, I would agree.
there's maybe
Cooper.
a few little gripes that I'd have.
yeah. Well,
Speak. Oh, never
go
mind.
ahead, Giovanni. I think you're gonna say
Giovanni
what.
Schefter news. Victor Wembanyama has been ejected from Game 3 after elbowing Nas Reed in the jaw.
Oh my word.
That is
That is,
huge.
that is costly.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna.
Uncle Tyler's in the chat. He said, you think it's the team just not meshing under pressure for the Cavs?
I think it's. I think it's. I think it's okay. So this is where I was going to go with it. I think it's a situation where you have too many cooks in the kitchen, kind of situation.
Right.
You have a prolific scorer like Donovan Mitchell, who is used to having to burden the whole load. You have a prolific scorer in James Harden, who has probably lost a step over the years, but at the same time, I mean, you're talking about one of the great scorers of all time.
Yeah, and
Um,
just like
Yeah.
last night, you can see what he can still do,
Correct.
obviously, but
In pressure situations. So
right.
I think that last night we saw them in a situation where they handled the pressure, but this was kind of where I wanted to go as well. Game 1 and game 2, it was the exact opposite situation where you get close in a game and it was just the choice of shots that they were firing up. These fadeaway threes from 30 feet that I'm like with a lot of time left on the shot clock. And I just, I get so frustrated that I'm like, this is what you guys draw up. There's no way we come out of a timeout and Donovan Mitchell is jacking up a fadeaway three from 35 feet. And can he make those? Absolutely. Is it a high percentage shot? Absolutely not. But when you have all of these offensive weapons, you have Mobley, you have Harden, you have Mitchell. There's no way everybody can guard all of those guys at the same time. There has to be a way, somebody's coming off of a screen, somebody's setting a back screen or a double screen. Somebody's got to be getting open. And if, they're not open, the guy who set the screen is now open. It's one of those situations where I just don't think that's where I'm frustrated with Kenny Atkinson
Yeah.
is it's almost
Yeah.
like he's in a situation where you roll the ball out there and let the boys play. That's what it feels like. And I get it. He has that kind of talent on the team where he could do that. But in a situation where you have a team that doesn't play half court offense, that doesn't play half court defense, they play run and gun because they are so young. You can see where, we're forcing up bad shots and then we're not getting back on defense. We're not stopping them. We're having to react under pressure. Now, I will say this. Game 3 changed my tone because I was ready to hammer that button. But at the same time, Game 3 showed me that they can handle the pressure. It's just they were not playing well on the road. So
I was gonna. Sorry, you keep going. You keep going. Sorry.
Game 5 is really gonna. Game 4 is a must win, but Game 5 is going to be the one that, if we should happen to win Game 4, Game 5 is going to be the one where I really want to see how Kenny Atkinson and Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, what they do to change what they have been doing. Does that make sense?
I was gonna. You keep going. Sorry.
That has to change.
I was gonna bring this up too. Do you think this series is a roster issue or a coaching issue?
That's a good question, Giovanni.
Yeah.
I personally, that's a good question. I'm gonna say I'm leaning toward more of a coaching issue.
Yeah,
I would
I would have
agree
to
too.
agree, and that comes back to when we were talking about Kenny Atkinson. Just needs to be more innovative on offense because you have all this talent, but then you're just like we kind of talked about setting him out of a timeout and you have him chucking up not a good look, especially
Yeah.
for what this team can get. You have to be a little more creative.
Yeah.
I would say I'm leaning in the
Yeah.
same direction, but
I would agree with the coaching too.
Well, and
still you
I
do have
think
things
that
like
I
James
think that
Harden turnovers
yeah.
that are
Well,
yeah
when your offense is ISO at the top of the key, you're going to get turnovers.
right.
And that's where this is happening. I mean, you're
Yeah.
going to get guys closing in, double teaming, and if they can't get out of the double team, turnover happens. So
Yeah.
that's where a lot of these are coming from, but if there's a lot of off-ball screening happening or slashing or, back cuts, you have more of a flow to it. I think that and not to beat a dead horse, but we were talking about the Greg Popovich San Antonio Spurs, and it
Yeah.
was it was like every time they came down the floor, all five guys touched the ball, and then it found the open guy's hands, and it was a wide open look. And I think that's why they were so good for so many years, is because you did not know who the offense was running from that or
Yeah.
running through. Sorry, that is not a secret with these Cavs.
Yeah.
That's I mean, it is clear as day. When Donovan Mitchell's on the floor, it's going through Donovan Mitchell. When Donovan Mitchell is not on the floor, it's going through James Harden. It's it's not a situation where those guys are trying to find one of the posts or find Max Strus cutting to the middle or getting in the corner. It's let us go ISO, get to the middle, and if the middle opens up, we try and score. If it doesn't, we're kicking it out, and that doesn't always end well. So I see a lot of threes from the Cavs that I was not, just not good looks. I know they can
Yeah.
shoot the three, but at the same time,
Right.
I've been frustrated with, just the number of threes. Like, let's get to the foul line. That's what I want to see, is get in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's get to the foul line. Let's make this happen.
Well, so
Michael
that's
Yoder
why
said, I think it would be a coaching issue personally. And Uncle Tyler said, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
well
No,
and
I agree.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And when you talk about getting to the foul line, that's why in this game 3, I talked about what I liked so much was seeing. I mean, granted, they are not the best free throw shooters, but still, Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley were really attacking the basket. They had some really nice dunks through contact, and I think that's what you got to see more of. And
Yeah,
would be really good to see a lot of that from Donovan Mitchell, who is a fantastic,
high flyer. Yeah,
fantastic all around player.
yeah.
Good at attacking the basket, especially for a guard and good free throw shooter. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and as
agree,
I
Cooper.
look at it, just in game 3. Now, game 3 was one of their better games, but 3-pointers, they shot 10 more or 8 more 3-pointers than the Pistons. We're 38%, which isn't terrible. But when Donovan Mitchell and James Harden are 2 for 8 and 3 for 7, and like we just got done saying that James Harden had a great fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's not great. You know what I mean? I just feel like they're forcing a lot. Like Donovan Mitchell, I would say 4 of those threes were not great looks. They're off balance and they're fading away, and he might hit some of those every once in a while, but when it comes to the playoffs, big misses lead to turnovers, lead to transition buckets, and I think that's what's been killing the Cavs. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just they need to find a way to slow it down and execute on offense, get to the hoop, draw some fouls.
All right.
Hire me.
I would agree. I would agree.
That's my job application.
I
No,
was
I
like,
mean,
job offers coming in like that.
so I mean,
Uh,
they're let's see, they were 18 for 28 from free throw line, the Cavs, and the Pistons were 18 for 22. That was game 3. Game
yeah.
2, let's see, the tale of two stories, right? Game
Mm-hmm.
2, you have the Cavs who were, let's see, free throws, 15 for 20. They only shot 20 free throws, and the Pistons shot 27. So that's a tale of two stories, right? The more free throws you
Yeah.
shoot, the more you get to the hoop, the better our offense has looked. And I think that's one of those things. Okay, it starts with the offense. Less ISO, get the ball in the middle of the floor somehow, find a big man, high post, that kind of stuff. Or Create a pick and roll where you're getting to the middle and then not looking to slash or fade away or kick it to the corner, but try and find a way into the paint. So
Yeah.
I, I I'd like to see that. Let's just put it that way. That's what I would like to see is more fundamental offense, which could slow the game down, so that the Pistons, in return on offense, their offense, are not as effective as well. So
Yep. Yeah, sorry everybody if we were ranting 35 minutes on the Cavs.
well, that's what we talked about that, Giovanni, you and
Yeah.
I, that is pretty
Yeah.
much it's a big Cavs talk. We'll mention some other,
Yeah.
the other games or series around the league. And then
Yeah.
we'll get into what we usually do afterwards. So
Uh,
but I mean, I
uh,
would assume that most people tuned in to hear us talk about the Cavs. So
yeah, I know.
and that's been pretty much all I've watched on sports lately is either the NBA
Yeah.
playoffs or specifically the Cavs. So yeah. Let's see. Josh pointed out that Wemby got ejected. The Spurs are currently losing 42-49 with about 5
Yeah,
minutes
that's
left in
not good.
the first half. Um, we said, I mean, Wemby being
Yeah,
out is really going to shake some things up.
it
Yeah.
will.
Um, especially since this series is 2-1. We had said that, Ant Edwards, they're always good for one, right? He's
Yeah.
always good for one big game. I wouldn't have predicted that was going to be the first game of the series.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Didn't expect it
but
either.
the Spurs have fired right back, and they've taken the next two. This is a big game 4 for them. I mean, if the Timberwolves can win this one and then head back to
San Antonio.
Minnesota.
San Antonio
Oh yeah,
for
back to
game
San Antonio.
5.
That's right. They're in Minnesota right now. Game 5's in San Antonio. Um, that'd be big. That would
It would
be.
be
We're
big.
talking about a series. We're talking about a series
And
now.
don't
So
forget, Anthony Edwards is a dog, people.
he's got that
I was
dog
gonna
in him.
say if you give him that game 6 or that game 7, like granted, we already said they would get one, but with Victor
Yeah.
Wembanyama out of this one, this is
This
like a
shakes things up a little
huge,
bit.
yeah, huge opportunity.
Huge.
So yeah, you don't want Anthony Edwards in a game 7 situation.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
If I'm a Spurs fan, I am confident that I have the better team. However, I don't want to face a guy. I mean, same with Donovan Mitchell, right? I wouldn't want to face a guy who could absolutely take over a game in a game 7. Look at
Yeah.
the LeBron Jameses over the years where he didn't have the best team, but just absolutely in game 7s just showed up and showed out. I mean, I think back to probably before you got
2016. Oh, no.
probably before
No.
you guys were even born, when LeBron was
Yeah.
playing against the Pistons and dropped like 19
Yeah.
points in the fourth quarter.
With Ben
Um,
Wallace, dude.
Well, again, they had the better team. They were, coming off of a championship, and they had like 5 all-stars on that team, and LeBron.
That is insane for a
Yeah.
Pistons team like that.
Well, I mean, they were built like that. They were
Yeah.
good, but yeah, wouldn't want to play an Edwards in game 7. So this could be interesting. That'll be a good topic going into next week. We'll
Yeah.
see the result of that. Let me actually look at the schedule. Where are we going to have those games in before? Let's see. That would be game. Yeah, we might have them in Sunday to be decided. Game 7. So we will know probably before next week's podcast. And then same with the Cavs. I mean, if there's a game 7, we'll be there. But
that would be insane.
Yeah, that'll be good. But the other games in the in the playoffs, the Knicks officially clinch. I know we said Knicks in 6.
We were so wrong. We were so wrong.
Knicks in 6 is not happening.
Congrats to the Knicks. Second time going to the conference finals. Congrats.
Yeah, so
and I bet Stephen A. Smith is going crazy right now.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to playing the Knicks, even if we sneak out against the Pistons.
Yeah, I'll be scared.
I think the much almost like crazier thing is Sixers get swept. This is just another blotch on the career of Joel Embiid, who has been rebuilt.
Yeah.
They've been rebuilding that team forever. They've made it to the playoffs, never win
Trust in the
anything,
process
and they
is
just
dead.
Yeah,
they
when
yeah.
process show up. When is
Yeah, it's dead now.
where
It's
is the
dead.
product?
It's dead
Yeah.
now, bro. It's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, I think that Joel I mean Tyrese Maxey is good. Don't get me
And
wrong.
also VJ Edgecombe too. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
But I think that team would be better if they traded Joel Embiid for a couple other stars.
Michael Yoder said, "I'll be worried. I'll be not worried if we face the Knicks, cause I'll have beef with my friend who's a Knicks fan."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, Knicks fans are the worst, and
Yeah,
I actually worry if you guys heard that New York and Philadelphia were so close to each other that
if New York goes to the finals, fans are gonna explode New York City.
yeah, well, so there were so many people that were buying tickets to these games from
Yeah,
New
I saw
York
that
in
too.
Philadelphia. I
I
mean,
saw that too.
I think back to the 2016 World Series and the number of Chicago Cubs fans that were in our stands during the World Series, and I don't want that to happen again. I mean,
Yeah,
I get you need the money, and those seats are going for a high price, but
yeah,
come on, Cleveland, don't do this.
yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
The other series that I'm going to deem is over is the Lakers Thunder series.
Yeah, we were so wrong
Sadly.
too, man. We were
Even
so wrong.
I don't think we were terribly off. I think we said the Thunder in 5.
And everybody's saying that next week, that next game will be LeBron James's last game of his
Ah,
NBA career.
Not a chance.
Of course, of
Not a
course,
chance.
of course, they want to call it that way.
Well, no chance that LeBron James leaves the league without doing a farewell tour.
oh
He
no.
just
Yeah,
That
he
would
just
be
yeah, that would
yeah.
be disrespectful anyway.
no,
You
he
have to
just
think this is the greatest player of all time. There's no way he's gonna be like, yeah, this is my last year.
yep.
Like yeah. He
Holy
would he
crap!
would have
Holy
to do
cow!
that.
Michael Yoder said in the first round when the Knicks faced the Hawks at home in Game 1 back in 2021, they were saying explicit Trae Young when he wasn't on the team no more.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a rough fan base.
Yeah,
But back to
yeah.
LeBron, I there's no
That's
way
all,
that
bro.
I just think that, and personally, like, and I have no beef with LeBron anymore. I know that there was a
Yeah,
slight period of time between the years of 2010 to about 2014 where I was like,
were
yeah, because of
you one of those guys
the decision.
burning the LeBron
I never
jerseys?
burned a jersey. I never
You
burned a
were in
jersey.
Okay.
college, by the way. I don't care.
What's that?
You were in college. We don't have to bring it up, but
Yeah, yeah. No, I did not like LeBron there for about 4 years, and then he decided
yeah,
he was coming back, and that was good. But um,
yeah,
yeah, somebody like LeBron who has stayed out
yeah,
of trouble but loves the attention. I don't see
yeah.
him going out without
Yeah,
having
I don't see it.
some sort of farewell tour where every arena he plays in.
Just
I
like
don't know.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, if you remember Derek Jeter when he retired, like and I don't think this was his doing, but every stadium he went to, like they were
Well,
they
yeah,
were giving him some gift and
I was gonna say I just remember that most recently in my mind when Miguel Cabrera went on his farewell tour.
yeah,
People kept on gifting him alcohol, and he was a recovering alcoholic. I remember, like, I saw a thing like the Athletics gave him like an $80 bottle of wine, which
Why would they
shocked
do
me.
that to him, bro?
But like there were some really cool ones where like he got a brick from the Camden Yards that was like
yeah,
engraved and stuff, and it's like
probably where he hit a bomb.
yeah, well, and so
Yeah.
and again, this is no offense to Miguel, but like when you have a player of his caliber who has a retirement tour, gets gifts from everyone, what do you think would happen for LeBron? Like, let's
Yeah, what do you
let's
give
kind of be real
LeBron?
here.
I really
Like,
hope it's another hold on here. I'm thinking on the top of my head right now. Uh, Hennessy VOCP. The wine.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know, but I just think I think they're gonna. Actually, they probably won't, but maybe when LeBron dies, they'll retire 23 across the league.
Yeah, and they're saying
Yeah,
that about Jim Brown too,
I
but it's
mean,
not yet though.
do you retire it as LeBron's number?
I don't know.
Well,
Did they
I
explicitly
feel like
number six
retire?
is Bill
I'll say when
Russell's.
they did 6, they didn't explicitly retire it as Bill Russell's number.
well,
So
I have a feeling that Chicago would have a hard time retiring LeBron James 23.
Well, they could
yeah,
do it. Just not just Chicago. If that does happen
right.
for LeBron, because
And
Michael
Well,
so,
Jordan is still there.
that's what I'm saying.
well, I mean, yeah, I would agree. And you know what else? I don't
Yeah,
remember when it got put in, but the Akron
yeah,
Rubber Ducks retired LeBron's jersey. So like,
Yeah, it's a little different seeing as
right.
yeah,
But
grew up down the road.
still
yeah.
Well, okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
anyways,
yeah.
let's move
So
on.
as far as NBA, the Knicks series done, Cavs
Yeah,
series, they're in a must-win. In my opinion, I mean,
right.
I don't see them having the firepower to come back in
yeah,
Detroit down 3-1. So they're in a must-win game, in my opinion.
yeah. And
It's definitely
tomorrow
must
night,
win,
and I
can't
think
lose.
the era is over for this crew.
It'll
If we
be
don't,
a interesting off season. I agree.
it would be. But if we do trade Mobley for Giannis, I'm not going to get too excited, though.
It'll be an interesting off season. I'm not going to count any
Yeah,
chickens before they hatch, but um,
yeah,
Thunder Lakers done.
yeah, done right
It
there.
hasn't even been close. I don't see them bringing Luca back just for you
Yeah,
know one game,
yeah.
and
And
then
did you saw that some people were calling Luca explicit stuff because he hasn't played?
I mean fans are like that though.
But I think they want the money, I guess. I don't know. Or the Lakers. I don't know.
I don't know. They want to win, which is understandable, but at the same time, like, how can you not
Like
be
like
understanding
a
somebody pulling a
hamstring
hamstring,
is
right?
like a 8 week it's like a 8 weeks. Like you
Right.
want him to wait that long for that?
Well, and then, but you also, I mean, you run the risk of him absolutely blowing out his hamstring and not being able to return for the start
Yeah,
of next season. So it's like,
yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Michael Yoda said, I would rather keep Evan Mobley than trade for Giannis. Screw Giannis. Okay.
I'm not far behind. This last couple years, Giannis's shenanigans on and kind of off the court, I
Yeah.
haven't been a big fan of. Like we don't need like any kind of prima donna. So I think
Yeah.
that there's a lot of players out there that I wouldn't mind having that are at the Evan Mobley level.
Yeah.
I really do like Evan Mobley.
I
I
do
just
like Evan Mobley, but I guess it's the coaching that is making Evan Mobley not even
well,
playable.
it could be a coaching strategy or a coaching change. So what are your
Yeah.
guys okay, to wrap up the NBA, what are your guys' thoughts on the San Antonio Timberwolves series? Are we going 7?
I'm gonna say yeah, but I'm gonna bring San Antonio home on that one.
Okay. San Antonio in 7.
Yeah.
I think it'll be maybe 6 or 7 games. Yeah, I just think that, especially with Wembanyama not being present in this one, that Anthony Edwards is gonna turn, like, obviously he's a 10 out of 10 competitor at all times, but he's
Yeah.
gonna turn it up to like 12 or 13 for the next few. If they get that, I mean, even if they don't win today, I think he's gonna give 110%. But I think this has like a lot of potential for a 6 or 7 game series.
Yeah. I I think I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to stick with the if the Timberwolves are in a game 7 situation, give me Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me Anthony Edwards.
All right.
If the Spurs have a chance, Spurs have to close it out in 6. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
If it goes game 7, Timberwolves.
That's a
Yep.
good one.
That's my call. If
All
it goes
right.
7, Timberwolves. So,
Okay.
all right. Let's
MLB it up.
let's just talk a little bit about the Guardians and
All right.
where we are currently at. The Guardians, let me break it down for you before we give our opinions on all this. The Guardians are currently 21-21, 500 on a 2-game losing streak. But there are the first place in the AL Central. Batting wise, Chase DeLauder has still stayed relatively hot, batting around 300.
Yeah. Still,
Jose,
Bazana is great. He did a home run.
he did get a home run yesterday, but
It
he
was
has
Friday. It was Friday.
Friday. I wouldn't say great. He's
I
batting
know.
below 200. Uh,
He's still learning though, I think.
Parker Messick has still been pretty good. He's had a
He's
good
still
little run right now.
cruising.
He's got 4 wins on the season. Early in the season still.
Yeah.
It's today they lose. Gavin Williams didn't look great, and he's usually one of
Yeah.
our best ones out there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
This is a terrible loss today. Also, shout out, happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there. We lost today for that holiday, and that's
we
disappointing.
yeah okay. We couldn't win on Mother's Day. I gotcha.
I mean, I wish, but
Yeah. But the big news here is the Guardians this week.
Patrick Bailey.
The Guardians acquire 2-time Gold Glover from the San Francisco Giants, Patrick Bailey. I watched a lot of who won this trade, and to be honest with you, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. When was
Yeah.
the last time the Cavs went out and got a good ball player?
UB Guardians?
Or, yeah, the Guardians. Who did I say? Cavs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
who
It's
did
all
the
right.
who did the
It's
Guardians?
okay.
What was the last time they went and traded for an all-star basically?
I don't know, really, man.
Can't
And they
can't think of it.
also dropped Bo Naylor to AAA.
As needed. He cannot hit. He has been struggling.
Michael
Now,
Yoda said Patrick Bailey has been struggling on hitting, but guess what? He has solid defense.
yeah, and he does. He has been struggling as of late, but he has a good, record as far as he
Yeah.
can hit. And I think that's what they're hoping for is someone to complement Hedges. But ESPN graded it out as the Guardians getting a C and the Giants getting a B plus. Now, the only reason the Guardians would give up an all-star, a Golden Glover, would be to go into rebuild mode, right? And so
Yeah.
that's why they gave them a B plus. They get a good prospect in Matt Wilkinson, and they also acquire a 2026, I think the 29th pick in the draft.
I think so.
So it's one of those where we talked about this, where if the Guardians are serious about making a run,
Then the ownership needs to do something.
they got to start making moves. We
did just that with Patrick Bailey.
we strengthened up our defense a little bit.
We still got to get a left-handed pitcher, and we still need to get a bat.
I would like a left-handed pitcher, and I would like a bat.
Yeah.
So Manzardo has not been playing well, and he was the
No.
bat I thought we were going to have at the beginning of the year. Has not been playing great. But
Jose is Jose, of course.
Jose is Joseing. But yeah, other than that, I mean, when we talk about WAR,
And winning the power of friendship, right?
winning with the power of friendship. Daniel Schneeman has been coming in clutch. We talked about
Yeah.
DeLauder. Brian Rocchio's been really hot lately. Hedges has
Yeah.
been playing out of his mind for somebody who's not typically known for his offense, and really one of the biggest surprises so far this year is Stephen Kwan going into a contract year.
Yeah.
I would like to see more out of him. So,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
Michael Yoda said, according to Chris Antonetti, Cleveland
Antonetti.
has been waiting to get Patrick Bailey for a while now. And yesterday, Buster Posey, the owner of the Giants, texted Chris and said, hey, Patrick Bailey is available. And Chris said, yeah, we'll take him.
Buster Posey owns the Giants now?
Yeah.
I did not know
I
that.
know Buster Posey from that huge fight or something. Oh, that injury. Sorry.
Yeah, it got blown up at the plate.
Yeah, I know Posey for his injury, but I
Maybe
want to
he's
bring
the
that up.
maybe he's the GM.
He's the executive, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if there will be a GM
He's
in
an exec.
baseball,
Hold up.
but I think it's the owner.
President of baseball operations. So yeah,
Okay,
he's
you were
basically a
close,
GM.
Michael. You were
Yeah. No,
close.
no, no. That's good. I didn't know that. That's a good fact. Thanks for. I
He's
mean,
not even
regardless.
40 yet.
No, he was
That's
so good
crazy.
too. Man, Buster Posey was so
I
fun to
think he
watch.
retired because of his injuries.
Oh yeah, he couldn't move hardly anymore. I mean, as a
Yeah.
catcher, I mean, getting down into a squat when your knees all blown out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
ugly.
Any more on Guardians?
No, I think that's it's such a long season. What I would
Yeah.
like to see is Kyle Manzardo. I mean, he's absolutely costing us.
Yeah.
And Stephen Kwan. I'd like to see him raise his average just a
Yeah.
little bit. He's only 208 right now, so if he could bring
Yeah.
it up, I think that could really help our offense. But as of right now, it's this is where we're at. I can't be upset with being first place in the Central. I don't expect
Yeah.
us to be leading baseball right now. It's just when you talk about leading baseball across the league, I mean, it's so hard when the AL East is 6.5 games in front of you with their first play. They have two teams in front of you, so they're
Yeah.
really in the hunt across the board. So
Well,
the
yeah,
only
and I was gonna
problem,
say that the AL Central's just kind of stinking it up right now.
Yeah.
but it also is a gauntlet.
Speaking of the AL Central, Tarek Skubal is out 2 to 3 months.
Yeah,
That's a
Tigers are
scary
on
injury.
their last
Yeah.
10. They're 3-7. They're just on
And
a
I don't.
slide
I'm
right
going to be
now.
honest with you.
They should trade Skubal when his injury is done or something.
I don't. Wow. Here's the thing: is he's in the last year of his contract. Who's going to want to take that contract and then think he might not even play the rest of this year?
Right.
Think about that.
I would actually be surprised if he actually goes to the Dodgers.
No, why? Honestly, right now, it's why would you? Why would anybody sign him because of his injury? Because he could come back and kind of do the Justin or not just Shane Bieber thing,
Shane
where
Bieber.
like I'm hurt, I can come back. Oh, blew it out. One of those situations.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're talking about somebody who's going to be worth a ton of money to a franchise that
Yeah.
they want to make sure that
I
when
mean,
he.
of course, I don't want the Tigers to leave him hostage for Skubal.
Yeah, well, but I don't think you're going to be able to. Who's going to want to pick him up? He
I
won't be
don't
able.
know, really.
He won't be able to play. I know that we had said the Dodgers, but that was when he was healthy. Now
Yeah.
he's not healthy. Who's going to want to waste that much money on him? So,
Right.
I don't
or
know,
give up
bro.
those assets. I guess. I mean, because you're going to have to give up a lot for somebody like Scooble. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But when you look at the AL Central, they are playing pretty poorly, and they have been beating up on each other for the most part. But I mean, the Twins are in last place and are only 2.5 games back. So it's within 1 week, this whole division could flip on its head.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
one of those situations. Whereas every other division, the first place team is 5 to 9 games ahead of the last place team. I mean, you look at the NL East. I mean, the Braves are 12.5 games ahead of the Mets. It's
Yeah.
just it's crazy.
It's crazy, dude. All right. Big three?
Yeah. Cooper, are you ready for a big three?
Yeah. Wait. Who's going first now?
You are.
You go first, and
Oh,
Morse,
fantastic.
You
and
lucky
I'm
dog.
on, and I'm in the middle.
Because I think that this is so like. All right, so for those of you following along, we do a big three of, whatever topic we're talking about. It's kind of like a Mount Rushmore, but we only go three here. Um, but this one is NFL coaches, best NFL coaches of all time, and I mean it's clear and head and shoulders above the next as to who's the best head coach of all time. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what Cooper takes, but.
All right, Cooper,
Wait,
you
well,
go.
hold on now. What do you mean clear head and shoulders?
All
Well,
right, now.
Head and shoulders. Head and shoulders.
Anyways,
All right.
All
I
right,
think
so
it's
Cooper will
difficult
go
because-
first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then Giovanni. I'll take
and then
two.
you
Send
two,
it back the other way.
All right.
There's a few ways you can go.
I just want to
You
get
can
back to
go-
this routine. So
Yeah. you could go the way of accolades, right? You know, who
Right,
wins
right.
the most Super Bowls, for example, who has the most wins, who does this and that, or who's
Yeah.
truly the best coach. I am going to go with kind of a mix of the two. Give me Don Shula, NFL all-time win leader, 328 wins, has the only perfect season, and he pioneered a lot of unique offense for the time. So
Good
Interesting.
pick
I'm
right
going
there.
with maybe
Great pick.
controversial, but I think I have Don
Ooh.
Shula.
Okay. I definitely agree with you there. Alright, I go here. Give me Bill Belichick.
I mean, sorry, Coop. I mean,
It's
third all time in wins, most Super Bowls. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. All right, all right.
Well, and my argument to that is I don't think he that's the one where he has the accolades, but the second he leaves the Patriots, or rather, and I don't want to be one of those people who say that he's nothing without Tom Brady, but you saw where the team
But
went when
yeah,
Tom Brady left, and then he left New England entirely to North Carolina, and
He's
that's
been nothing.
that's that's just my. I understand what he has done, and he is a fantastic coach, but that is just where I stand on that, and that's where I
yeah,
went Don Shula as
Yeah.
my number one.
yeah,
Yep,
So
so yeah, that's good.
yeah.
I went
Okay,
Bill Belichick,
I
so
know you did. So I got two.
Morrison, you get two.
Well, so now that see, this was I knew this was going to be hard if I was last because there's a couple here,
Okay.
and I know they're not coming back around to me. So I'm gonna go. Oof. I'm gonna go Chuck Knoll. Sorry, Browns
okay,
So,
fans.
yeah.
that's a good pick.
I'm gonna go Chuck Knoll. You know, if I had to read off some accolades, he's got 4 Super Bowl wins. I mean, he built the steel curtain, and he never lost a Super Bowl. So
That's crazy to think about.
yeah. Um, Now this is kind of where I'm hung up. Um, and I'm gonna piggyback off of Cooper and someone who not only was successful but also revolutionized football. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go Bill Walsh.
Oh my gosh, that was my next
That's a
up,
great
dude.
pick.
That's a
That's a great
fantastic
pick.
pick.
And I
That's a
know that
great pick.
wasn't even the next guy on my list, but when you think about
Oh,
how football changed or where the line was when football went from this run heavy, 3 downs and a cloud of dust
mm-hmm.
to
That West Coast offense,
pat
man.
let's pass. Let's pass the ball. Let's
Yeah,
mix it up. No one's gonna be able to
Yeah,
tell what we're doing next. That's
right.
where I'm at. So all
that's a
right.
great
Dang,
Back
pick.
back to you,
dang it.
Giovanni.
Oh, I thought it was Cooper.
No, you're the middle. You're the
You're the
middle right
middle.
Oh,
now.
okay. Give me Vince Lombardi.
That's
Yep.
another good one.
Yep.
Yep. Alright,
The
Cooper, you
god the
go.
godfather. The godfather
Yeah,
of the Super Bowl.
the
Yep.
Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah.
There
Yep.
you go.
Yep, there you go.
All right,
Alright.
so let me look down here, see who's off the table. Oh my gosh. All right, I
This
will
is
go with this is tough.
this is great podcasting.
Give me
Some
George
all-time
Hallis. Give
gatekeeper.
me George Hallis.
All
That's a
right.
great pick.
Founded the
That's a great
Bears.
pick.
Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, sorry,
Bears.
Lions fans.
He won the 6 championships, and he helped found the NFL. So
Yeah, sorry,
that's
Lions
another
fans,
old
but
time callback there. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
all right,
Um,
Alright.
and I have another one too. So
yep. You do too,
Yep.
Giovanni, and then back to me.
I got
Okay.
two old timers, and now I'm gonna go with my modern pick to round us out. Kind of talked
Ooh.
about Don Shula, who was a mastermind of his time. I'm going to go
Yeah.
with a mastermind of today's time who always can find a way to win. And he has
Mhm.
a fantastic mustache. Give me Andy Reid. He
That was
did
on
good.
my list. That's a
Yeah,
great
Yep.
pick.
he did good work with the Eagles, and then he just became truly out of this world in his time with the Chiefs and
What a great
optimizing the
pick.
team to its fullest. Travis Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes, so many fantastic players
Yep.
Yeah.
playing through him. So
I like
that's where I had to go on
Yeah.
that
I like
one.
his creativity. I think that
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is willing to take the risks that no other coaches will, and you're
Yeah.
starting to see that change across the league. Like your Ben Johnsons, who are willing to
right.
take these risks.
Yeah.
That just was a staple. Like these were things, unspoken rules of football for so
Yeah.
long. You just don't do these things, and you know he came in and said, "Why not?"
Yeah.
So, all right,
Well,
Giovanni, you got
and I
one more.
say this,
All
and
right.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
cannot
Sorry. Hold on.
stand the Chiefs, but
I
I have
know.
a lot of respect for Andy Reid and
Out of
what he's done with
respect,
the team.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah. All right. So give me. This is a niche pick. Give me John Harbaugh.
Okay,
really,
okay,
okay.
that
Yeah.
is a niche pick. You like you some John Harbaugh, huh?
I guess. Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I
One
gotta look.
Super Bowl.
Won a Super Bowl. He did. He
Yeah.
has won a Super
That's it.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's who I'm gonna go with because I'm gonna leave some on the table that I know I'm gonna take some heat for. I gotta do this because of who he is and what he did for me as a
Of
child.
course. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mike Shanahan.
That's a great one.
And only because of who he helped develop and where our league is now. I mean, when you look across the league, there's that famous picture of NFL coaches who were on the Washington Redskins that one year. And I mean, they're
Yeah.
all the big name coaches right
That
now.
coaching tree is insane.
I mean,
Coaching tree
you look
insane.
at his son, he's probably the number one coach in the league right now. You look
Kyle
at
Shanahan.
Yep, you look at McVay, you look at Matt LaFleur,
Kevin O'Connell.
McDaniel, O'Connell. Like you go down the list, they were all on that coaching staff,
Yeah.
and I think that he embodied the West Coast offense as well. And I think that he won 2 Super Bowls back to back with my boy John Elway, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
There
I
you
gotta go
go.
with Mike Shanahan.
There you go.
Left on the table, and this was where I was struggling. And I know a lot of people probably would disagree. We leave Bill Walsh. No, we went with Bill Walsh. Tom Landry. We
Yeah.
left Tom Landry on the field here with
Yeah.
the '90s Cowboys. We leave Joe Gibbs, 3 Super Bowls with multiple teams.
Yeah.
We got Paul Brown.
Yeah.
The Browns are named after him. I mean,
Right.
lots of professional football championships, no Super Bowl championships.
Yeah.
But
Can I
you ask.
go over my honorable mentions?
Give me 1 second. Let me finish this up.
Sorry. All
Um,
right.
and then, yeah, actually, Giovanni, I think that was it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Give me John Madden, Bill Parcells,
Yep.
Jimmy Johnson,
Yep.
Curry Lambeau,
Yep.
Mike Tomlin, Bud Grant, Marv Levy, and give me Marty Schottenheimer.
Marty Schottenheimer. Yep. He was a former.
Brown.
A lot of everything. He was a little bit of everywhere. That's why I was going to put him in one place, but he's been a little everywhere. Charger. I mean, everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. I think that was a good one. I thought we covered. I
Yeah.
thought we had good
Yeah.
reasoning. You know what I mean?
Yep, we did.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with
Yeah.
reasoning and
Yeah.
opinion. Okay,
Giovanni
so
Chef edition.
go ahead, Giovanni. You have NFL news for us?
Oh, I thought we were gonna get into the sports this week in sports segment.
Oh yeah. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Clear for takeoff. I got MLB fantasy team updated.
Oh yeah.
So Kellerman is officially at 68 points, 55 for me, 49 for Tom Godbod's squad, and Cooper's in 4th place.
Not even just don't even say how many.
You don't
homers
have to
I
say
got.
where Cooper.
Oh, I just
4th
looked at
place.
it. It's worse than I thought.
Shouldn't have looked.
It's a stinker right now for you, Coop.
Well, I will say this too, Giovanni, and for those of you that are watching that
Yeah.
again don't know what we're talking about, we had a
Yeah.
fantasy baseball draft where we only drafted one position, and the only stat we were tracking were home runs, because
Yeah.
chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so
Yeah.
you can't drop anybody. You can't pick anybody up unless they're in like long-term injured reserve.
Yeah.
So, Coach Kellerman, he got Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge is absolutely putting on a clinic right now. What does he have? Like
Yeah.
14 home runs, something
I
crazy
believe
like that.
so. Yeah.
Let me see. Let's look at it up.
Shohei, he's got Shohei.
He's got 16. No, I think I have Otani.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
So yeah, he has 16 home runs. So literally, like, almost a third of his home runs come from one guy. So
Yeah.
let's not give him too much credit. He just
Mm-hmm.
got the best pick there, and I do think he
Yeah.
had the first overall pick. So
Mm-hmm.
let's
Yeah.
don't let it go. Don't let him
Yeah.
get to it. Anyway, so
Mhm.
at one point, Giovanni, I was
Uh-huh.
only 2 home runs away from you. Just so we're clear,
Mhm.
you've had a good
Yeah.
last couple days.
Yeah.
So I'm
Uh,
creeping. I'm creeping.
Yeah. Clean for takeoff. I got Jet Setter Cabaret was last night.
Yeah. Good show.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There was a lot of fun acts. People sang some really good pieces.
I gotta give credit to Elliot Wilson. He's a freshman. He did lots of dance moves like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he was singing Weird Al polka mashup. So if you are a Weird Al fan, you would have absolutely loved it. There was a lot of fun stuff going on. So
Yeah. Yeah, he was insane last night. But overall, I think it was pretty good.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say grounded here. I think Wemby's ejection. I know we talked about it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the clip of that yet, but I would like to see if it was ejection worthy.
Yeah.
Think about this, if
Cliff
it
for
would have happened 10 years ago when he had been ejected.
Cliff for
I'll have
takeoff.
to find out
Yes.
later.
Sorry. Cliff for takeoff. I got my new mic set up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look good.
Cliff
Look
for
good, feel
takeoff.
good.
Yep. Cliff for takeoff. Summer is officially 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it's just about that time.
It's creeping. It's
Yeah,
creeping.
it's crazy. It's crazy indeed. I'm gonna have to say grounded here. No, actually, clear for takeoff. Alliance Aviators baseball team won the EBC.
Yep.
Yep.
They pulled off a big win on Tuesday.
Well, and I was gonna say
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Not only is Alliance baseball cleared for takeoff, you know who's grounded? Brock Woods. Listen, it's you hit the home run. That's cool, but karma's not kind. Okay.
Yeah.
It came back and may have bit him in the butt a little bit.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Brock was talking a little smack during the game, and also potentially a little bit on social media.
Yeah.
He's letting everyone know, hey, wake up, Marlington is here. Well, Brock Woods Alliance are EBC champions, and it was pretty electric, I gotta say.
Yeah. Will the Aviators host a playoff game, you think?
Well, I can give you some breaking news on that, and Cooper can run that back to Shmee.
Okay. So here we go again. 777 says, is it time to question why is it every time AD is traded a team is that Trey gets number 1 pick? Pelicans, Dallas Wizards, heck of a coincidence. LOL. Trade for AD immediately. Time to lock up the number 1 overall pick in 2027.
Yeah. Put your bets in now. Because I don't they announce that like uh
Yeah,
isn't that
Oh wait,
tomorrow?
yeah,
It's between the Bulls, the Wizards, and who's
yeah.
the other
It
one?
was Washington and then Utah.
Utah, yeah, and Chicago worked their way into that somehow. Good for
Yeah,
them because they've
I was gonna
been.
bring that up. So clear for takeoff NBA draft lottery.
Alliance will be hosting Cuyahoga Falls.
Let's go!
Oh, where did you see that, or did you look it up
It's
on?
already on Max Preps.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah, he
Okay.
put
Yeah,
it. He must.
I
All right, so here's the schedule. Ready, Cooper?
Okay.
all
So
right.
Yeah, Cooper.
if Alliance should beat Cuyahoga Falls, we play the winner of Rocky River and Buckeye. Buckeye,
Okay.
Alliance has
Yeah,
already
Yeah.
Buckeye.
played this
Buckeye.
year, and it was a
Tough
close game.
squad. Tough squad.
Yeah,
Good,
you guys
competitive
lost
squad,
though.
very competitive
Yeah.
Yeah.
squad.
Yeah.
And
But
then
winnable game.
but winnable
Also, I'm
game.
planning to go to a game this playoffs too.
The upper half of that,
So I'll be there. Sorry.
the upper the upper half of that bracket is Geneva plays Copley, and
Geneva.
the highest seed in this whole district is Padua.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, to win district, the road goes probably through Padua.
So when is Alliance hosting Cuyahoga Falls?
The 21st.
21st. I think I'm gonna go to that game.
Yep, it'll be a tournament game.
Okay.
I will be
All
there,
right.
SME Sports or not. So,
Oh, okay.
and also I have to ask a
Who's-
question because
who's gonna broadcast the game?
I'm sure
might
Smee
not be
Sports will
anyone.
there.
Well, SME Sports
No,
will be there.
he
But
won't.
If it's at, why wouldn't he?
well,
Because of
it depends. I have to
playoffs.
check his schedule. But I also have a
Yeah.
question regarding the schedule, and it keeps updating. Are you guys playing a doubleheader tomorrow against Massillon?
It's a good
Or
question.
what is going on with that? Because
Because of
my
rain delay.
issue was the game that was already won. Whoever the scorekeeper is keeps putting it in as a tie. I filed a complaint because that's just not the score, right?
Yeah.
And so are you resuming the game and then playing another one, or what's the
Well,
plan here?
so the scorekeeper for Massillon keeps
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
putting it as a tie. Yeah. They have not conceded it to an Alliance victory yet. Now, OHSAA rules says that the game is an Alliance victory, but I don't know, honestly. So we're going to make up the game. We're going to make up that one and play another one. So it's, I mean,
I
it's
hope
not,
you guys win on both of them, just so.
it's not a
so,
double header, but it's, yeah. I hope we win too.
Yeah.
Giovanni.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
just
Yeah.
so that doesn't happen again.
No. It's a sucky way to win, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Someone from Massillon with the scorekeeper is probably getting fired because of this.
Well, no,
that-
I mean they kept the game alive. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
It's okay. We'll do what we need to do.
I hope you
Right.
guys win both, just so you can make up for that game.
yeah.
Yeah,
I hope so too. That would be even sweeter. Okay.
Yeah.
You got any more,
that
Giovanni?
was it. That was it.
That was it. Cooper, you got
Yeah.
anything?
I didn't have anything in particular for track and field, but I do have cleared
Okay.
for takeoff the OAC baseball and softball tournament. Softball, this was their first year doing single elimination with 6 teams, and Succeeded Capital won the entire tournament.
Wow.
I was there I did the semifinal game, which was Muskingum versus Heidelberg, where Heidelberg, which is a number 4 seed, upset number 2 Muskingum. I mean, that was just super entertaining from top to bottom. And yeah, I had a lot of good time there. And then today they had the baseball final, which was Baldwin Wallace versus Ohio Northern, which was another really good game. And I was running the scoreboard at the event, not like the stream scoreboard, like the actual scoreboard, which was, I don't even know how I got into doing that. Like if you guys know Mr. McGee at the high school, he does a lot of stuff with Mount. He's a Mount graduate. And so he goes, hey, they already had like graduation. All the senior interns are just not here. We don't have anyone who
Oh,
can do our
well, no.
scoreboard or anything else. I was like, okay. So I just ended up running the scoreboard, which I mean, it's the same as the scoreboard. Like it's the same system that we use at the
Yeah.
high school for everything. So yeah, it was really entertaining. I was
There you go.
really
Well,
just
that's
glad to
good.
be
I
there.
mean, you know, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You,
All
I
right, go
yeah,
had
go
ahead.
to,
ahead, Ronnie.
I
Go
had to
ahead,
clear
Giovanni.
for takeoff here.
Yeah,
I interviewed Cooper during the video productions,
I
and
caught
it's
that
on
video.
YouTube.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You guys
We
will have to
just did
check.
a
Zane Carlisle loved it.
yeah, just did a little
You
sports
did a good
talk
job.
and
Just did
Yeah,
basically what
thank
we do
you.
now. Just
yeah.
Yeah,
IRL.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
had
So,
another well maybe a funny moment. I don't know if you guys saw this. Akron Rubber Ducks uh bottom of the I think it was bottom of the ninth to win the game. They laid down a bunt. Catcher runs forward, grabs the ball. He can't get to the batter to the person running from third to home on time, so he just throws the ball at him. I don't know if he thought they were playing like backyard wiffle ball or something,
Little
but
Sokies.
either way, yeah, I, it was just really funny to watch. I saw it on the
ooh,
minor league, like the MILB social media. It was just the funniest thing ever, and I just thought it was really cool. And it's
that's a
our
good
local
one.
team, so
That's a good one.
Giovanni Schefter breaking news.
Uh, Uncle Tyler said about the new dome. I talked to him about. He said just hoping it brings new entertainment / events that will help build the Browns program in the long run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know we talked about last week. They were like
But
breaking ground and
Uncle Tyler was not in this, so I had to break news
mm,
to him.
all right.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
then I saw
Yeah.
one more thing, which was a sports is awesome moment.
Okay.
A senior from Tenora High School in Ohio. Her name is Paige Gamby. She plays softball. She also wrestles, and I mean, she's a dog. She's like a 3-sport athlete, but she's all state level. But in her last wrestling match, she tore her meniscus, so she hasn't been able to play softball. It's the last game of the season. It's senior night,
I
and
think I see that.
she steps up to bat with a torn meniscus. Like she can't run, but because it's senior night, they have her take that senior night at bat, and she hit a home run. And then
That is amazing.
she's walking the bases just really
Oh, Kirk
slowly because
Gibson
she can't
action.
run.
Yeah, Kirk
Right,
Gibson.
but no, I just saw that and I was like, oh, that's awesome, and it's
Yeah.
in
That's
Ohio too,
awesome.
which is just
That is
which is just
crazy.
really fun. So yeah, um,
All right, that's a good point,
Yeah.
Cooper. Thanks for telling us.
just had
All
a
right.
quick 3. Sports is awesome, cleared for takeoff, whatever it may be. So
Melissa, you got any?
No, I just had a ton of stuff I want to talk about with the Cavs. Obviously, we spent, like you
yeah,
said,
All right.
40 minutes talking about the Cavs, but
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where this Wembanyama thing goes. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's if something happens with that, that could make or break the series.
Yeah. Oh, and also, this is kind of my final thought here. Did you guys saw that the NFL tried to push the schedule release weeks because of the new TV negotiations?
I remember when we first were talking about the issues with the TV negotiations, but now they're
Getting sued,
moving
weren't
the
they?
schedule around and
And now it's going to be on May 14th for the schedule release. So we will see what the Browns will play on that schedule.
Gotcha.
So that will definitely be on the next podcast.
Yeah,
maybe,
we'll have
I don't know.
to. We'll have to. It probably. Yeah, you're right. It will be released. We'll have to do our
Yeah.
our
Early
projected.
predictions.
Yeah, our projected records.
Can we do like a ceiling and floor predictions? Like,
Yeah.
ceiling is
Yeah.
the highest, the floor is like
Love it.
projected. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah. Here's
So-
here's where it could be either way. Yeah, high or low.
Yeah.
I like that. Fall somewhere in
Yeah.
the middle.
I love that way.
All right, boys. That was a good one. It was good.
Yeah,
It
nice
was
and
deep
quick. We
and
talked
quick.
about a lot of basketball. But,
Yeah.
We did.
I think
Yeah.
it was fitting because that is potential. Like we're in the middle of the series right now, we might not get another good chance to talk about the Cavs for a while. So
Yeah.
Yep. Let's hope
I
it
just
goes our
really
way.
hope we win tomorrow night, dude. I just
Yep.
hope so.
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, bring us home, Giovanni.
All right, subscribe to Ohio Sportscaster so you can watch Shivani Schefter, breaking news and the updates. Subscribe to Top Gun Podcast. Subscribe to Coop Dog Sports. Subscribe to Speed Sports. Subscribe to famous YouTuber Tom Grassi. And subscribe to That's Good Sports.
All right.
It's
All right,
not
boys.
about being right.
Being
It's
right.
about sounding confident.
there you
Things
go.
to
You
live by.
can't forget the famous
Yeah.
quote.
All
All
right.
right, guys.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
See ya, boys.
See ya.